Demonstrate how to connect up Addressfinder to your Power Apps Microsoft Dynamics environment. Be sure to check out the GitHub project that's linked to from our website. It's got a README in here, talks about how you can configure it, if you need to modify this component and build it again for any customizations that you need to make. First thing you need to do is add the zip file to the solution. You can do this by importing and choose the zip file that's contained within the GitHub project. So I can navigate here and show you where that exactly is. It's inside the release folder. This zip file here. So you'll see here it's called Addressfinder Control and the publisher is Addressfinder. So I'm going to import the latest version. And that is currently importing the Addressfinder Control. The other thing that we need to set up is a table. You could either use one of the tables that's provided by Microsoft Dynamics, or I've created my own table called AF Address. And inside here, you can see I've created a bunch of columns. And these columns are the columns that will collect the data from Addressfinder. If you go into the GitHub project, you can see our fields that we map to. So things like address line 1, 2, state, and suburb and postcode are things that you might want to collect when the address is completed. So you can see those columns are inside this table's metadata here. Just be aware that the column name has to start with an uppercase letter, otherwise it's not available to be selected. Once we've got the table created, we can go and create a form for that table. And the trick here is to choose the address full name, and we need to add the Addressfinder control here. So that is just done by clicking on the Add button and finding that Addressfinder control. And then you map the form items to your table columns. So you can see here, I've just mapped address line 1 to address line 1, so forth, state to state. The Addressfinder key is important. It needs to go into the Addressfinder key here, and that's available from the portal. And you can choose what country you want, either NZ or AU. Once you've done that, you can then create an app from that table and choose an address. If I want to create a form that takes both New Zealand and Australia addresses, I can go back into the form and add my select country field and remove the default country selector from AU. Save and publish. go back to my app, run that, add a new address. Now I can select a New Zealand address, complete that, save and close, and add an Australian address. Save and close. So now I've got support for both New Zealand and Australian addresses. That concludes the demo.